Nigeria is a failed state. Nigeria is a failed nation. Nigeria is a failed state.
When people start tearing their passport on camera, it's not just anger, but it's despair.
State.
There's no way for the common man to get. There is no way. We are finished.
And all across social media, Nigerians are ripping apart the very legal document that defines their citizenship, their Nigerian passport.
I deny to be a Nigerian. Nigeria has freed its own people. The law also has freed.
Why? Because for them, this green passport no longer represents hope for them, but it rather brings them pain and anguish. Now, on this episode on Kweku Africa, I'm going to walk you through a memory lane of why Nigerians are all over social media ripping off their Nigerian passport and why. What even led to this? Stick and stay. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like this video. Now, let's get into the video.
Guys, if you've enjoyed this video so far, please do me a huge favor and hit the like button and subscribe. These videos take quite a long time to make, so if you could help me out, I'll love you forever. Thank you all for your support. Now let's get back to this crazy story.
If I was in that situation, I may do the same thing or even worse than that. Now, let's look at why these people are in so much pain that they can tear up their Nigerian passport. The Nigerian passport has become one of the weakest passports in the world and in Africa. It is being ranked 92nd to 97th in the world, and it opens door to barely 45 countries which are either smaller islands or struggling economies. But even in so-called visa-free countries, Nigerians face endless searches, extortionate fees, and humiliating treatment. And in Europe, the reality is worse. Almost half of Nigerian visa applicants are denied visas with 45% rejection rate, and that is one of the highest in the world. And for those who manage to leave, many of them are being deported from the United States of America to the United Kingdom. Nigerians are being flown back to Nigeria in chartered planes, offering after years of trying to build a better life abroad. And back home, citizens watch on as their leaders do nothing to save this economy. They remain silent and do nothing or less to protect Nigerians' dignity in the global stage. Meanwhile, Nigerian celebrities and elites quietly secure dual citizenship, allowing them to travel and see the world. Davido, Banky W, Naira Marley, all of them either hold an American citizenship or a UK dual citizenship. For them, mobility is easy, but for the average Nigerian, mobility is the most stressful thing ever to happen to a Nigerian citizen. One of the world's most celebrated vlogger, Tayo Aina, recently recounted the stress he went through until he had to change his Nigerian passport and buy another passport for a whopping amount of money. Yes, that is the stress of holding a Nigerian passport.
This is my Nigerian passport, and this is what I've been using to travel for the past few years. But I recently spent 150k to buy a new passport. This is a St. Kitts passport from the Caribbean. So why, you may ask, why did I spend 150k on buying a new passport? My Nigerian passport, as a travel creator, limits the amount of places that I can go to. There are so many times I'm trying to apply for a visa, I always get denied. You know, you're trying to go maybe from Nigeria now through Europe to somewhere in America. It's hard for you to go there. Or you're trying to go to Brazil, it's hard for you to go there because you need transit visas. This passport has made it hard for me to achieve my dream of traveling the world and also to be able to do my job, which is being a travel creator. I'm sure when I say buying a new passport, a lot of people will be like, how do you even buy a new passport? How do you buy a new citizenship? Well, there are so many ways that people can become a citizen of a country. A lot of people go through the marriage route. That's why there are a lot of people who want to, get married to somebody who has an American passport or a UK passport so that they can get that. And then there's the naturalization. If you live in a place for a very long period of time, I think for US, I don't know how many years it is, but I think I have friends who had to live there for like 8 years or something before they got their passports. And for some countries, it's 5 years. I think Canada is like 3-4 years. So that's naturalization. But the third option, if you are not living in that country and you don't have anybody to marry and you are able to raise the funds, because 150k is a lot of money, is buying a citizenship by investment. If you guys want to watch the full video about my experience getting this new passport, click the link in my bio. There's a link to my YouTube channel there. You can check it out. I did a whole 30-minute video going into the process of getting this new passport. St. Kitts is not the only country you can buy a citizenship by investment. There are so many other countries. There's Dominican Republic. There's St. Lucia. St. Lucia is also a very good option. There's Antigua. There's Vanuatu. There are plenty, depending on how much money you have and depending on how much you want to spend. So yeah, that's kind of like the process of buying a passport, and that's the reason behind me buying a new citizenship. It's not just a passport, it's a citizenship. So I'm currently a Nigerian and I'm also a Caribbean now. So with these two passports, I can explore the world.
The disconnect fuels anger, and if even your role model doesn't rely on the Nigerian passport for free movement, then what hope is left for the average Nigerian? Tearing the passport is symbolic. It's just like saying that I no longer believe in what the country stands for. In the video you watch, one man tore his passport saying that,
because today I denounce Nigeria, and everything I am going to be doing, and like I have done in the past, we continue to do, will be for the best interest of the restoration of Biafra and for the Biafra people. I have no contact. I cut every ties with Nigeria. I cannot be part of a terrorist country. I cannot be part of a country that sponsor the killing of their own people. I cannot be part and proud to call myself Nigeria or even have anything associated with Nigeria. So the fight between the Biafra people and Nigeria from today is the restoration and the total liberation of Biafra people from Nigeria.
Another guy also tore his passport saying that,
Good evening, fellow Nigerians. Having critically observed the way and manner the Nigerian election has been conducted so far, I have come to the conclusion that Nigeria can never be redeemed. As a result, I have decided not to be associated with anything called Nigeria. In order to buttress my assertion, I hereby destroy my Nigerian passport. Thank you. God bless.
these are not empty gestures. These are desperate cries from people who feel betrayed by their country, Nigeria. But here's the risk of tearing your Nigerian passport. A passport is a property of the state, a property of the country that you come from. And under Nigerian law, destroying your passport is actually an offense. The Nigerian immigration officers have already summoned on such people who tore their passport and posted it on social media. And the consequences include legal action, denial of new passports, or even being stranded without travel documents. The act is powerful, but it comes with a very hefty price. Nigerians tearing their passport is more than a protest. It's a message that citizenship without dignity is meaningless. But here's a real question. Will Nigerian leaders even listen to their cries? Or will more citizens choose to rip apart their passport out of frustration? Is tearing their passport too extreme? Or is that the only way for them to be heard? Don't forget to leave your comment in the comment section. It's a wrap for today.